Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Carpo. It's morning time. It's really early in the morning time. The morning is my friend, but it can also be my enemy. But when I wake up in the morning, I have most of my ideas, and I know that's because throughout the day I start doing things, and life changes quickly, become sidetracked and distracted with all the shit I gotta do. But how do we deal with our problems and conflicts is what I wanted to talk about here, without sounding too cheesy. But I've noticed in my life, and I think a lot of you may totally know what I'm talking about, is that your life seems to become overwhelming sometimes at night. And for me personally, it's when I wake up in the middle of the night often. And whatever I was dreaming about, I've been having some really vivid, intense dreams lately. Not lucid dreams, but very vivid. And nature does not want me to remember those dreams. And I've been very fascinated with dreams for years. I had my dream journal and my dream recorder, and I have all this stuff written down and all these dreaming books. And it's funny because I got really into lucid dreaming for a while, and I started thinking, this is great because I can go fly in my dreams. I can do so many different things. And I think the reason I lost interest in it was because it took a lot of dedication and a lot of energy to lucid dream. But I would wake up in the middle of the night sometimes before I lucid dream, and I would have these panic attacks almost, and I would wake up thinking about all the things I have to do. I've got to make money this, how I'd think about whatever job I'm on at the moment and think, oh, this is going to get messed up. How am I going to finish this? Being the kind of person I am, I have a high metabolism, and I believe high metabolism relates to personality a lot, in the sense that a person with a high metabolism is processing their food faster, obviously, but with this comes certain other attributes to the person. In other words, the people I know who don't eat a lot, who are like me, who, burn through things fast and stay thin, can eat whatever they want, tend to be a little edgy, a little intense in their own ways. And so when I had these dreams and I'd wake up thinking about all the work I have to do and everything, eventually it fades throughout the morning. I don't, it's not like I carry the stress around all day because I learned how to deal with it, cope, look at the moment of what I'm doing. So the reason why I mentioned lucid dreaming is because I realized that when I was lucid dreaming, I was stripping my mind of its natural time to process its problems. In other words, I was living life to its fullest and then expecting to control the dream realm too, as if that should be some innate right of humans. And to those who are still into lucid dreaming, which I still find it fascinating and fun, and it's still something great to do, I'm not against lucid dreaming. I realized that I enjoyed lucid dreaming because I could escape my problems for a while. But then I understand how the mind works when you're in that situation, that you want to find things to attach yourself to that take away the pain and the stress of daily life. And I woke up this morning and I was thinking about my meditation benches, and I was thinking, why am I even making these? I'm never gonna, get ahead enough to make it worth the time I put into them, and I'll feel guilty charging money to pay for the cost of doing it. I'm just like that. I have a very hard time charging people what things are worth. I'm willing to buy something, and then, I try to make a profit on it, and I end up selling it for less because I want people to be happy. It's kind of one of those things, and often we want others to be happy at the cost of our own happiness. But I guess I just wanted to kind of get that idea out there that we do process our problems at night, and don't let it get to you, because I think that's what our mind does while we're sleeping is, it goes through our subconscious, figures out what we need to know, and deals with it in its own way. You know, dreams are weird, you know, and there's a reason dreams are weird. And it's not just because your mind is going through all these flashes of different thought. These are very organized. Anyone who analyzes their dreams knows that these are very organized, structured elements of sleep. These are not just wild thoughts being cast around. These are events that happen, and when you break your dreams down, you can start to figure out what your mind's trying to tell you. And in lucid dreaming, you can do the same thing. You can learn a lot about how free you feel, and how, you know, if you are a lucid dreamer, and then you know about flying, and if you know about flying, then you know that only certain people can fly, and that you have to train yourself to fly completely. I started out jumping off buildings in my dreams and floating down and kind of like a piece of paper down to the street out in front of my house, trying to fly to the neighbor's house. Like in my dream, aware that I'm trying to fly, that knowing that, okay, I'm training myself to fly in my dreams. And the next time I shot up a couple 100 feet and broke out of some prison, you know, in my dream. And another time I jumped off a hill and I floated down, you know, maybe a few 100 yards or something. Never quite got to the point where I could just fly. And I believe that for a person to completely dream of free flight, they have to be able to confront all of their problems and deal with them in the best ability without denying themselves any of it. Without denying, I should say, any of the shortcomings of the individual, without pretending like things are okay when they're not. In other words, your dreams dictate the truth to you about how you really feel about yourself. So when you become overwhelmed with your dreams, it means that your mind is overwhelmed, and it's time to deal with that. These are just some of my thoughts on it. So, you know, I woke up this morning a little bit overwhelmed for the first couple minutes. That's why I was up at 3:30. Just like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to figure life out, you know, from this point on? I can't work with my back. You know, I figure it out, you know. I figure it out day to day. But on that same note, it makes nighttime scary for some people. Nighttime comes the pain, not just physical, but emotional pain. And a lot of people don't want to sleep because of that. It might create themselves into a state of insomnia. I've been there, because there were times in my life where I was so stressed out I couldn't sleep. So I know what that's all about. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. That's all I got on that.